Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k17 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. We are back with more Smackdown Live, as tonight we are going to find out the final participant in the Smackdown Elimination Chamber match, as it will be Triple H, The Game, Alberto Del Rio, Samoa Joe, and Baron Corbin in a fatal four-way match. The winner will take the final spot in the Chamber match. To start off this week's Smackdown Live, we have Braun Strowman, who is on a roll. He's up against Bubba Ray Dudley of the Dudley Boys. Can Bubba Ray upset the big man one-on-one tonight? We also have Natalya going one-on-one with Becky Lynch as well. Neville looks to bounce back after losing his championship. He'll go one-on-one with the Big Show. Dana Brooke has Emma in her corner this time, up against Paige one-on-one. That should be a good contest. We also have the team of Enzo and Cass taking on the New Day. We're going to check in with those two teams in today's episode. And that fatal four-way match we just told you about. 4 men, only one spot left. Who will take the final spot in the Smackdown Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight Championship? Joining the likes of Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, and of course, Brock Lesnar in that match. So first up, Braun Strowman versus Bubba Ray. It is Strowman with the victory. Natalya versus Becky Lynch. It is Becky Lynch with the win. Neville versus Big Show. It is going to be the Big Show with a bit of an upset win over Neville right there. Dana versus Paige. It is going to be Paige with the win. We are backstage here. Paige celebrating her win over Dana Brooke. A good win at that. And, oh, wait a sec. Paige has noticed someone. It's Sasha Banks, her former ally. Oh! Well, former ally indeed. Sasha lands a huge slap on the face of Paige. I'm not sure what that's all about, but it looks as though that alliance is over. As we get ready for our tag team matchup, Enzo and Cass coming out to the ring right now. Well, Paige and Sasha Banks have had an alliance for a number of months now, but obviously the jealousy of Sasha Banks unable to secure the #1 contendership place at the Royal Rumble has probably, made her very frustrated. Paige won the #1 contenders match on SmackDown a few weeks ago, obviously made herself #1 contender for the Royal Rumble, missed out on winning the championship on that occasion. So now Sasha Banks, I guess, has decided, let's get rid of this alliance. Paige can no longer help me. It's time to help myself. And Sasha Banks is getting ready to try and become a women's champion once again. A big moment right there, slapping the taste out of Paige's mouth. That was a huge slap. And now we're going to see how that progresses in the coming weeks. But right now, we're going to check in with our tag team division. It's going to be Enzo and Cass, the big man Cass, alongside his little friend Enzo, the mouthpiece, are going to be up against the New Day. And this should be a good contest. Two of our very best teams right here on SmackDown, all trying to prove that they are worthy of an opportunity at our tag team champions. Of course, they are The Miz and Tyler Breeze, aka the A-listers. And that should be a good contest there. No matter who wins this match here tonight, we're going to find out which team does deserve that opportunity. Enzo and Cass have already had an opportunity at the A-listers in the past. It's going to be interesting to see what they have learned to try and rectify the mistakes that they had made when they originally challenged for those championships. So here come their opponents. They are the New Day, former tag team champions here on Universe Mode as well, but it's been a long time since they've held the gold, and they are looking to get themselves back in title contention. Here they are. They are crazy. They love to dance around, fool around, and most of all, they just love to have fun, and they certainly showcase that in the ring, but they are certainly a very strong and competitive team, that is for sure. They may not look like it on, when you look at them, but on paper, you look at the records, especially here on Universe Mode, obviously being tag team champions in the past, but look at the singles careers of Big E and Kofi Kingston here in Universe Mode. Big E, multiple-time US champion. Kofi Kingston, a former Intercontinental champion as well. Big E was one of the longest-reigning US champions in its history. So lots of success for Big E, lots of success for Kofi Kingston. Now they are looking to turn that single success back into tag success. They've done it in the past. They want to try and do that again as they are having a bit of fun here in the ring. And Xavier Woods, probably the least, well, I guess you could say, decorated champion among the three. But Xavier Woods is a single superstar. At one point was really emerging to become a major threat for that Intercontinental Championship. And he decided to step away from that to focus on the New Day as a group to try and become tag team champions once again. But Xavier Woods, well, you talk about the Royal Rumble. He was a Final Four in the Royal Rumble last year. So incredible stuff from Xavier Woods, who's been very, very competitive and a very incredible superstar for a long period of time. He just needs to try and string that all together into gold. And Xavier Woods will be a part of this match here tonight. It'll be Big E who's going to take this one out. So Xavier and Kofi Kingston here against Enzo and Cass. Tag team action here on SmackDown tonight. Enzo with a solid start there with an elbow, striking down Kofi Kingston. So the New Day need to come out of the block strong here. They've been pretty competitive for a number of months now without getting themselves really in the title picture. This is their chance though. This is their chance to finally get themselves an opportunity at those tag team titles. Something that they've been waiting and waiting and waiting, trying their hardest to try and earn. But they just haven't been able to do it. They've been solid, they've been competitive like we said, but they just haven't been able to turn those wins into the number one contendership spot. When it counts, they've just managed to lose a few occasions where they really needed to step up the most. And unfortunately for them, they need to really shake things up and turn things around. I don't know what they need to do. They need to try and perhaps change their style a little bit, maybe become a little bit more serious, focus on winning a little bit more rather than trying to goof around and have fun. I don't know, but whatever they need to do, they need to try and do it soon because they are quickly fading away in the background here in the tag team division. Big opportunity for them here tonight. Obviously, the winner of this tag team match will most likely get themselves an opportunity at the A-listers at the Elimination Chamber for those titles. So it's a big, big chance for one of these teams to become tag team champions in the future as Enzo lining up Kingston off the top. Oh no, the second rope I should say, but Kingston able to get back to his feet in time. Enzo instead, turns it into a DDT. Nicely done there by Enzo. Enzo Amore looking good in the opening stages of this one as Kingston now taking a bit of a beating here from the smaller man in the team of Enzo and Cass. Oh, hang on. Tried to go for a flying crossbody, missed out. Or whatever you want to call him. You want to call him soft or the certified G's or whichever name you'd like to call him. Enzo and Cass. It doesn't matter. They've been very successful in a short period of time. Like we said, an opportunity at the tag team titles in the past. Missed out on winning the gold. But they were certainly impressive when they had their chance. And many believe it's only a matter of time until they do become tag team champions here in Universe mode. As Xavier Woods now enters the match. Strikes with an elbow. Going to bring Enzo to the other side of the ring. And a back body drop down goes Enzo. Well, the big threat in this one is Big Cass. When he gets in here, obviously with the New Day not having Big E in this one, it really makes Kofi and Xavier Woods very vulnerable. Big Cass will outmuscle, outpower, and outsize both members of the New Day. So if Big Cass can make a big impact, that will surely help Enzo and Cass to win this one. Speaking of Big Cass, here he is. So the big man is in this matchup. Woods now going to be taken down by Big Cass. Nicely executed there, face first. Xavier Woods bounces off the mat. And now Big Cass trying to follow it up, but Woods with an E connects to Cass. And no, Cass again countering, stopping Woods from following that up again. Now there's press. Big Cass with some huge right hands right there to Xavier Woods. And now we'll work away on the chin of Woods. So Big Cass immediately making a strong impression since arriving into this matchup thanks to the tag by Enzo. And that's what we thought we'd expect to see here from Big Cass. And that's what the New Day has to try and shut down here tonight. They need to make sure that Big Cass can't implement his power and strength into this one and can't overburden him. Enzo now back in the ring. The legal man again, and that's probably what the New Day will be more comfortable dealing with. Not to say Enzo is the weaker of the two or anything like that, but obviously the size advantage is such a huge component of this one. As now Enzo hooking the leg, thinks he may have him here. Kingston not going to be able to get back in time. Doesn't matter because Woods will kick out. I guess Big E watching on ringside may have to try and get himself involved if his team gets into a little bit of jeopardy. As now Cass again launches himself onto Xavier Woods. Woods feeling the effects of that one as Cass watches on, celebrating and trying to pump his team up here, using the fans for some support here. It looks as though the fans probably more in favour of Enzo and Cass compared to the New Day. Both fans trying to have to pick a team here. The fans generally like both teams at the moment as we see Woods is taken off his feet. But it's really one team who can advance here to challenge for those tag team titles again. The brand new Smackdown Tag Team Championships. Of course, they were the World Tag Team Championships, and they've changed the design. The Silver Championships is now Cass with a splash! Normally it's the other way around, but Cass decided to launch himself off the top of the rope. And hang on, Big E's distracting the referee, Kingston in there anyways. Big Cass, he decided to climb up, and that's a lot more weight dropping down onto your body, and a lot more damage being inflicted there onto Xavier Woods. Big E realized that was a huge moment in this one. He had to protect his teammate, and he did so very well. And Woods now clotheslines Big Cass out of the ring, now tags in Kingston. That's a nice comeback from Woods. From a moment ago, he looked as though he was going to get beat there by Cass. Now he took Cass outside. Kingston follows up with a DDT, took Cass outside, got the tag, and now Kingston looks okay. Oh, big boot right to the head, and that might be it there. Kingston floored. Kingston, though, kicks out at 2. The big boot nearly knocked the head of Kingston off, but he survives. Obviously, Kingston has not been involved in this match all that much, so not a lot of damage has been inflicted, but that was a huge boot, and that could have ended Kofi Kingston right there. Big Cass now, what has he got planned now? Going to try and drive Kingston into the corner, perhaps get his tag team partner involved again. And in comes Enzo. So now looking for that splash once again. Now this time, it's the right way around as Enzo splashes up. And now lands on Kingston, could be it here. Enzo and Cass gonna win this match and face the A-listers. No, a kick out. So close, but not going to get them the win here tonight, as now Enzo going off the second here. Wants Kingston to get up. Other ideas in mind. Enzo off the second rope. What's he got planned here? Oh, into the DDT! The well-executed DDT cuts Kingston open. And now Enzo, well, all that big run up for just a couple of stomps. Maybe he could have just saved his breath there. But Kingston now back to his feet. He's been cut. Driven into the corner again. This is not good now for the New Day. Big E, you can see in the bottom of your screen, he's a little bit worried, and so he should be. Enzo and Cass are looking good right now. A win that these teams desperately need. The confidence is not really there for either team, but a win here will change everything for them. Kingston able to get out of harm's way, but Enzo continues the offense now. Enzo, you see the blood on the hands of Enzo, dealing the damage to Kingston. Now Enzo spinning Kingston around and around and around. Kingston, well, he'll be a little bit dizzy right now. Enzo looks to be the same. Enzo, if he can fall down on Kingston, perhaps get the cover here. Oh, stepping over the body of Kofi Kingston. Not quite as effective as, as it would have been if Big Cass had done that. Enzo, not a lot of weight there, let's be honest. So stepping over Kingston, it's not too bad. But Enzo trying his best to keep on damaging his opponent and trying to get the wind out of the sail here of Kofi Kingston. Big Cass once in, and Enzo's done a lot of great work here to wear down Kingston and perhaps set up for the win here. Kingston's cut. Uppercut there to Enzo. Enzo needs to keep the pressure on Kingston. A tag here would be detrimental here to their chances. It's now the big man's back in. Big Cass, and the boots right to the face of Kingston where the blood is streaming down the forehead. Now the cover. Could be it now. Trying to pin his opponent. Could be it for the New Day. No, Kingston still has some life left in him. A near fall, the counter 2. Enzo and Cass looking very good right now. The New Day are perhaps on their last legs. They are trying to stay in this match, but Kingston is just getting a beat down by Enzo and Cass. Big Cass getting Kingston up, but head-to-head right there. As a headbutt collides, puts more pressure on Cass. Kingston now, good power here by Kingston, but Cass with a counter. And Cass, Luther's press again, striking away on the face of Kingston, trying to work away at that cut, put even more pressure on it. You see the blood on the forehead of Kingston streaming down, perhaps getting into the eyes in a moment's time, and that will really affect the vision of Kofi Kingston, put even more pressure on the New Day. Kingston has to get a tag, and ASAP. Now the big boot again! Another big boot, and surely now it's over. Kingston, nothing left. There's no life left in Kofi, and it's over. Well, that's a very, very dominant victory here for Enzo and Cass tonight. One of the better wins they've had in a while, no doubt about that. They've been a very, very competitive team ever since arriving on the scene. But that's the type of win they are looking for, to get them back into title contention, I should say, and a win that may just make our tag team champions and The Miz and Tyler Breeze a little bit worried for what is to come. What a win here tonight for Enzo and Cass. Well, I guess we can confirm it right now. They have earned themselves an opportunity at the tag team gold. Well, the silver, the tag team silver, I don't know. At the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Enzo and Cass versus the A-listers Tyler Breeze and The Miz. Let me know in the comments below, who do you think will win that match? We're backstage here with Brock Lesnar, our World Heavyweight Champion. Oh, Randy Orton! Orton and Lesnar getting in the face of one another. I guess Orton trying to show that he's not afraid of Lesnar, and he's ready for the Chamber match. Well, we're ready to find out who will join Orton and Lesnar in that Elimination Chamber match, as we're about to have a fatal four-way match. It's our last chance for these superstars to earn their place. We saw last episode of Smackdown, we saw Randy Orton, he got into the Elimination Chamber match. We also saw Daniel Bryan earn his place. Now, it'll either be Triple H, Samoa Joe, Baron Corbin, or Alberto Del Rio. Here comes the game, Triple H. What a career he's had here in Universe Mode. But arguably, perhaps one of the very best here in Universe Mode that has never won a World Championship. Triple H would love to become the World Heavyweight Champion for the first time here in Universe Mode. All he has to do is win the Elimination Chamber. Not only that, he's going to win this match tonight to get into the Elimination Chamber match first. Well, here comes one of the rising stars here on SmackDown, Samoa Joe. Well, Joe has a chance to reunite with Bray Wyatt in the Chamber match if he can win here tonight. He had a match at the Royal Rumble where he lost against Bray Wyatt. Many believe it was an absolute landslide of a match. Samoa Joe, a poor performance by him. He's looking to rectify that. But other than that performance, Samoa Joe has been very, very good. In fact, many have tipped him to be one of the next future main eventers here in SmackDown. Well, Samoa Joe could fast-track that right now with a win here tonight. He'll get himself in one of the big main events of the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Well, another one of his opponents, Alberto Del Rio. Another man who's been very impressive without winning any titles here in Universe Mode. Del Rio has main evented pay-per-views in the past. He's had incredible opportunities to really show what he can do. Del Rio would love to become a champion once again, but Del Rio needs to find a way to win this match. So the confidence is not there, the momentum isn't there. The form would suggest that Del Rio probably the least likely to win this one here tonight, but Del Rio, you cannot discredit him at any time. He's an incredibly gifted superstar from Mexico. Big chance for him here tonight to bounce back and secure a win. The final man to enter this matchup, it is going to be another rising star here on SmackDown, one of the newest members of the SmackDown roster, Baron Corbin. Well, Baron Corbin had a shot at the Intercontinental Championship at the Royal Rumble. Corbin, though, he lost that match, and now he finds himself within a chance to be a part of the Chamber tonight. Corbin has said he still wants to challenge Cesaro for that title. He wants another chance at Cesaro, but I guess it probably looks as though right now Neville will have that opportunity locked up. But Baron Corbin, boy has he been good since arriving. He has been impressive already in a short space of time. He's beaten Cesaro one-on-one. Baron Corbin from NXT down to SmackDown. Not the most impressive run in the world in NXT, no titles won, but he won the matches when it counted, and he's now got his place here on SmackDown looking to finally win some gold here in Universe Mode. But he's going to have to win this fatal four-way match tonight, then win a six-man Elimination Chamber match. The odds are very slim for Corbin, but you never know, he may be able to do it. As Triple H comes after Corbin, Samoa Joe after Del Rio as this one gets underway. So the winner of this matchup will join some huge stars already. Dean Ambrose, a former world champion, man who main evented last year's WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar, the current world champion, main evented our first ever WrestleMania. What a main event match that was. So he's our current world champion, and the man who he main evented against was Randy Orton. He's going to be a part of that chamber, as we saw the two go into a bit of a confrontation earlier on tonight. I guess Lesnar and well, Randy Orton tried to step up to Lesnar, and Lesnar really not backing down at all. Both men trying to make sure that, you know, they're ready. Just kind of sending a bit of a signal that, hey, I'm not scared of you, Lesnar, and Lesnar not backing down either. So both men, they might just clash at the Elimination Chamber match and really beat the hell out of each other. And that's what it's all about. Elimination Chamber, an opportunity to get inside a chamber and beat the living hell out of all your opponents. You're locked in there, and it's really, I guess, a matter of the luck of the draw. A little bit like the Royal Rumble in a way, that if you get the last entry, you have the better chance of winning. But as we've seen in the past, doesn't mean, just because you got the last entry, doesn't mean that's going to guarantee you a victory. Well, not only those three names, we also have Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt, two incredibly great superstars here in Universe Mode, but have not won the world title. And we're going to find out who will take that final spot here in this one. It'll be one of these four men, two rising stars and two men desperate to win the World Championship once again, and for the first time here in Universe Mode. Del Rio and Triple H, Samoa Joe and Baron Corbin. This match has been taken to the outside right now, as you can see Del Rio and Triple H. Del Rio now from behind with a full Nelson, slamming down Triple H with a nice suplex. Now Samoa Joe went after Alberto Del Rio, I should say, but Samoa Joe couldn't quite connect, decided to go back in the ring instead. Nobody really wanted to join him in there. Samoa Joe's had his issues with Bray Wyatt, as we know, and a great opportunity for him is, you know, presented to him right now. If he can win here, he'll get his chance at Bray Wyatt at the chamber. Locked in there, no Wyatt family members to come in and interfere and attack him. That would be a dream for Samoa Joe, you would have to believe. Bray Wyatt and his family, I believe, are just on the rise again. They went for a bit of a period of time where they struggled, but Braun Strowman is red hot. Bray Wyatt getting some more wins. Harper and Rowan looking more and more aggressive, more dangerous every time we see them. The Wyatt family are getting back to their best once again, and if they can get to their best, that's going to be scary. Alberto Del Rio now up on the shoulders of Samoa Joe. Del Rio trying to stop this from occurring. Samoa Joe probably thinking about a Samoan drop. Del Rio countering, making sure that he wasn't going to get dropped down to the outside of the ring. All four men happy to keep this one to the outside of the ring right now, trying to inflict as much damage on their opponents as they possibly can early on here. This could either really make or break you. A chance to kind of put your opponents out of this match quickly, or otherwise it's really a chance to put yourself out of this match quickly. A big move to the outside of the ring, and that could be your night over, as Del Rio realizes that, hit with a German suplex there by Samoa Joe. Triple H, oh, big right hand to Samoa Joe, with Corbin coming back after Triple H. Triple H had a nice little stint in the Royal Rumble himself. Samoa Joe, not too bad as well. As Triple H and Samoa Joe now back in the ring. Alberto Del Rio, oh, stomped right to the face there with a big boot by Baron Corbin, kicking Del Rio's face in, and more pressure applied there by Corbin, as Triple H now has Samoa Joe and going to sweep him off his feet, and Joe now in a little bit of trouble. Samoa Joe needs to bounce back from his Rumble loss. Not a night to forget for Samoa Joe. His roughest and toughest night here so far in Universe Mode. He needs to fight back here. Trying to do so right now against Triple H. But the game looking pretty good against Joe as Triple H, oh, Samoa Joe catching some of the ropes on the way down, as Del Rio and Baron Corbin still finding a way to the outside of the ring. Del Rio now realizes that Triple H is trying to put Samoa Joe away. Gets back in the ring, and Baron Corbin will join him. So this one is back inside the ring right now. That's the only way you can win this one, is by pinning your opponent back in the ring. Well, we thought Del Rio might come after Triple H, but it's still Joe and Triple H still fighting away. Corbin and Del Rio after one another as well. That seems to be the two rivalries that are coming after one another right now. The impromptu rivalries made in this one, as Corbin now has to turn his attention to Samoa Joe. Del Rio's rolled to the outside. Joe receiving a few big strikes to the gut, and now one to the head, and Corbin's going to launch Joe to the other side of the ring. Great power there by Baron Corbin. Joe's now to the outside. Del Rio's going to get back in here. Corbin has, oh, Triple H up. Del Rio gets himself involved and wants his hands on Corbin once again. Triple H perhaps was saved there by Del Rio. Now a tornado DDT using the ropes. What about that from Del Rio, as Triple H now clotheslines Del Rio. And everyone is to the outside again. Triple H, the last man standing right now, looking the goods. The veteran performer. The former authority figure here on Monday Night Raw. Was involved in several huge main events on Raw. Now he's come back to SmackDown. He's had title opportunities in the past, including one against Kevin Owens one-on-one at Night of Champions. Triple H unsuccessful. Still believes he's got one more run left in him at the top. He believes he can still become world champion once again and mix it up with the very best. But Triple H, many believe he could be on his last legs as a main event performer. Del Rio breaking up that pinfall attempt there by Triple H on Samoa Joe. Del Rio still turns his attention back to Baron Corbin. Triple H with Samoa Joe in a baseball sliding dropkick there to Baron Corbin. And Del Rio gets a bit of a chance of a breather. He's feeling pretty confident now as Del Rio. Mexico's greatest export, as they say. Kicking Corbin right to the back as Triple H follows up with an elbow strike there to Samoa Joe. Triple H looking good right now on Joe. Joe, struck with a spine buster by Triple H. Now into the cover. Maybe it here for the game. Is it game over for Samoa Joe? No, he stays in it. The game continues, but Samoa Joe's game might be coming to an end if he can't find a way to shut down Triple H here. Samoa Joe is in major strife right now. Joe trying to get back to his feet. Triple H lining up Joe, and here it comes. Pedigree connects. Del Rio and Corbin still fighting away. And now the referee is counting. Del Rio, will he get there? No! Triple H gets the win. Del Rio couldn't get there in time, and Triple H secures his place in the Elimination Chamber. Well, I have to say, I thought it may be Joe or Corbin who have the momentum behind them, but it's Triple H who's bounced back after a string of losses with a huge win. And hang on! Oh, Lesnar! Lesnar strikes! Lesnar strikes with a title on Triple H, sending a message of his own to everyone in that match. It is on. 6 men competing for the World Heavyweight Championship. It takes place at the Chamber. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us for the episode of Universe Mode. If you did enjoy it, make sure you do leave a like on this episode. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to see Elimination Chamber coming your way very, very soon. Check out the website BrendenPlayz.com for more Universe Mode information and for the full match card of the Elimination Chamber when it is released. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all next video.